Hi folks, Winkle here. Yet again, we're on the quick reaction alert pad. Let's have a look at the mission planner. We're going to take off 04, head to this point, then we're going to head down to Bullseye, which is where we're going to get our coordinates from Overlord. We're supporting our frontline troops. Our threat are ground attack aircraft, probably. I've not flown this mission before, and we've been warned about Su-17s, which are a big problem. Okay, let's go down and fly cap. See you in the cockpit.
Ready for start. Good luck.
Okay, thanks. Think I'm going to need it in build 1-1. Right, let's just get our aircraft started as we normally would. Let's have a chat with our chief.
Chief, connect ground air supply.
While he's thinking about that, we'll just uncage our backup
Ground air
horizon.
supply is now connected.
Okay. Connect that.
Connect
For
ground
me,
air
please,
supply.
chief, if you don't mind. We'll get our port engine started.
Copy. Ground air supply is now connected.
Okay. Supply our ground air supply.
Chief, apply ground air supply.
Copy. Air is now applied.
Right, let's wait for our 10%. There it goes. You can see our start button's a bit better today than we put on the last mission. Take our throttle out of cut off into standby. Our needles are coming up. Let's put our RWR on. Switch our HUD on. Let's put our chaff and flare on. Our radar to standby. Our flaps into auto. Our sidewinders on, but we're not arming them yet. Our radar on. Radio on. Okay, our needles have come down. Let's get our starboard engine started.
Chief, apply ground air supply.
Copy. Air is now applied.
Okay, so we're coming up to our 10%. Follow our usual procedure. Needles are coming up, join their throttles together, that's good. While they're warming up, we'll just bring our takeoff trim up to 7. There it is, and we'll extend our nose wheel when we get onto the runway. Let's shut our canopy. Our mirrors on. Okay, so as we can see from our guys over here, we've got 3 bags on. So we're going to select our wing tanks. There, we need our pitot heat on. It's all good, so we've got loads of fuel. We have no more warning lights on. So what we're going to do is request startup, which I'm a bit naughty, I've already done.
Krimsk, Enfield 1-1, request startup.
Enfield 1-1. Krimsk, cleared for startup. Wind 090 at 3 meters per second.
090, 3 meters per second. 090, 3 meters per second. Enfield 1-1.
Krimsk, Enfield 1-1, request taxi to runway.
Enfield 1-1. Krimsk, clear to taxi to runway 4.
Clear to taxi to runway 4, Enfield 1-1. So we've got our E2 on our RWR there, which you can see up there. Our guys are chomping at the bit, so we'll just get going.
What are you doing?
Oh, sorry, Chief.
Overlord 1-1, on station at Bullseye 341 for 45.
Chief, disconnect ground air supply.
Copy. Ground air supply is now disconnected. You are clear for takeoff.
going to be on 033, which we are. Yes, damn it. Yep, doors have just closed. That's still on full. I've put those to auto, have I not? We're on auto.
3, rolling.
Right, why are my flaps not coming up?
2, rejoin.
Okay, out of burner. In the aircraft, fly the aircraft first. Right. Flats and flaps are still down. I've got this on auto.
3, wheels up. 4, rolling.
But let's get our weapons armed for a start. Flaps are still on full, which is not going to help me.
Rejoin.
Don't know why that is. Right, just going to fly the mission anyway. Let's have a little look outside. Oh well. Anyway, let's concentrate what we're doing. Put our radar on. That's better, flaps are up. Okay, at least we picked that up early on. I think I must have nudged the black button on my HOTAS. But we followed our checks and we've solved the problem, so that's fine. Right, let's concentrate what we're doing. Let's turn round onto 170. In fact, I'll just take a bit more than that. Just climb 350 knots. Got a wing tank selected. Balance the fuel tanks. I'll forget to do that later when I need to. Got our weapon systems armed. Our HUD is on. Climb up through the cloud. Yep, so we've got a defence system off to our 11 o'clock. Still climbing. Maybe climb a little bit steeper than that. can afford to use a bit more fuel. We've literally got loads of it. Might have a little bit of burner on. Let's make sure they work. Keep an eye out for the coast, because we really want to use to identify our position. Not got full burner in, as you can see. See our nozzle position. Right, see the coast here. Let's come round onto 170. Probably made up my error now, where I was fanning around trying to get the flaps working. CRE2 over there. 3 and a 6, let's say 3 and 6 off to our 10 o'clock. Keep an eye on our position. We're approaching the coast now, as you can see, just under here. Or are we? Is that just a shadow? It might just be a shadow.
10 o'clock.
Okay, so 23, let's bring it up to 25,000. Probably do us. Gives us a few options. Easing the power off. Through by 100 feet, but take that. Okay, let's keep an eye on where we are. I can just see C now. Got a bit of SA here. This is a 3 and 6 site off to our 9 o'clock. Hopefully Overlord will contact us shortly. Leaving my radar, see if we can pick anything up. So I turn my phone up a bit. Right, here's the edge of the coast. That's a definite there. There's the coast. Okay, so we need to find our guys. So our guys are going to be that Hawk site, which we can see on the RWR. And what we'll do is we'll turn in. Need to be careful we don't get launched on. Turn back inland, so we'll definitely see the coast there underneath us. We're going to turn on the reciprocal of 170. Let's head towards that Hawk site. Right, how are we doing? Yeah, I think that Hawk site is us, but there's an SA6 and SA3 in between. Be cautious here. So there's the reciprocal 170. We just need to hit the waypoint to trigger Overlord to talk to me. Yep. Alright, there's our bad guys down now. Let's put Jaeger vision on.
Overlord Enfield,
Okay,
weapons
right,
free.
there we go.
Target 180 for 15.
180 for 50, Enfield 1-1. Right, let's try and intercept these guys before they get to our ground troops. Let's try and go in the right direction, 180. So you can't talk and fly at the same time. Right, let's use our radar. We're never going to pick them up at 50 miles. So, right, okay, so we can turn our tank off there. This tank we can select. Don't forget to put that back in the middle, otherwise we won't be killing anybody. Wing tanks have gone. We're now using our centre tank. Don't know about the altitude of these guys. Hopefully we'll get a call from Overlord shortly to tell us, but we're heading in the general direction. What I'll try and do is try and get our guys to gauge mission and LTB, see if they'll take that. Might not. Yep, that's good. Excellent. Right, so this radar will pick up just over 20 miles. Pick up targets just over 20 miles. We've got it set to 40, so we'll leave it at 40 because it will give us a little bit more warning. We are at 30,000 feet. It may well be below us. I'm going to burn my tank off basically. Hello, don't RTB. Right, that didn't quite work. Let's have a little think about this.
Flight, cover me.
Talk to me, guys. Definitely can't do this on my own. Fly.
Flight, go line abreast.
Right. Okay. Hopefully they're coming back. Let's keep an eye on our radar. Bing. Slightly off heading. I'm going to come out of Burner now. I don't want to get there too early now. My guys decided to go home. Dick's leaving our radar up and down so if we can pick anything up. Can't see any comms. Right, is this Overlord sent me on a wild goose chase?
Overlord 1-1 in field 1-1. Request picture. In field 1-1. Overlord 1-1. Clean.
Okay, so drop the tanks off and balancing my internal tanks. Should also drop the pylons off as well. Yep, they're gone. Did send me 180 for 50. Don't think this is going to work. Right, I'm going to turn around. Anyway, back due north, see if we can trigger Overlord to actually tell us what's going on. Annoying thing is those people are probably sitting 2 consoles away from each other and not talking to each other. Like what happens in most offices. I've flown this once before, and if you do trigger the bullseye section of the sim, of the mission, then it vectors you straight onto these guys. I just thought I'd give myself a bit of a head start by taking the first heading towards the baddies. All the learning curve, doesn't matter. Plenty of fuel. Fuel flow, really good. Now this is a bit of a education in flying from bullseye, I guess. That's the idea behind it. It's good, well thought out. Be careful of those SA3 and SA6 sites. At least we'll know we're getting near when they launch on us. I think. Where's my guys? Right now I'm not panicking so much. Let's try and get them to rejoin.
Flight, join up.
That's what I was looking for, but I was in a bit of a flat. Right, approaching the coast. Enemy coast ahead, as they say. I can't see any F5s on my RWR, which is very, very worrying. If anything done, you've got to do it yourself. F5 off to our 10 o'clock. Right. Good. We're doing for fuel. Yep, we're good. Fuel flow's nice and low. Be careful with these SAM sites. So I think this is our guys here, Hawk system. I'm heading left of north, so I want to come round that SAM site. Past that and head over our guys, and I think that will trigger. That will trigger the Overlord information. Have a little look. There he's off to our. Just gone past our 9 o'clock now. Okay. Let's take a nice leisurely right turn. If we can come over the top of our guys without annoying the Russians too much that they launch on us. I'll leave that on track for a moment, just in case I've got to do some running away.
Overlord 10 field. We have contacts. Stand by for bearing range and altitude.
Infield 1-1, standing by.
Field 1-1, Overlord
Right.
1-1,
Okay.
170, 460 at 10,000 knots.
170 for 60. Okay.
Enfield 1-1,
Let's turn away
from
the SA3.
460 at 10,000 knots.
Right, we're heading from the south. In from the south.
Enfield 1-1, Overlord 1-1, Bra 171, 460 at 10,000 knots.
10,000. A little hot on us.
Enfield 1-1, Overlord 1-1, Bra 170, 470 at 10,000 knots.
Okay, we're at 10,000. 70 miles away, but that will soon
Enfield 1-1,
get eaten up with us motoring.
177, 445 at 23,000.
There's our F5 just below us off the nose. Just saw them with Jaeger vision now. So that's 170.
1-1, Overlord 1-1, Bra 175, 450 at
50 miles. Right, this is soon gonna. Let's get some speed up. Burn some fuel off.
Enfield 1-1, Overlord 1-1.
Let's get that burner in. Come on.
445 at 23,000.
See it, burner's coming in.
knots.
Right, let's just double check we've got everything.
Enfield 1-1, Overlord 1-1, Bra 171,
So up.
450
Sidebinders
at
are
10,000 knots.
warmed up. Master arm is on. HUD is on. Radar set to 40
Enfield
miles.
1-1,
Radio is on.
1-1, Bra 171,
Fuel tanks are balanced.
445 at
No warning
10,000
lights.
knots.
get a bit of speed up. So we are really high.
Enfield 1-1, Overlord.
2, contact bearing 182 for 27.
27, 182 for 27.
2, contact bearing 182 for 27.
Right, 27. We should start picking them up on our radar.
Contact bearing 181 for 27.
Let's come out burner.
2,
And lose a bit of altitude.
181 for 27. 2, contact bearing 179 for 29. 2, contact bearing 181 for 30.
Flight. Engage bandits.
182 for 29. 2, contact
Just leaving our radar up and down. Should start picking something up very soon. There we go. You can see it here. Just disappeared there for a second. It's below us. Oh well, put him just below us slightly. And that is 10 miles.
Overlord 1-1.
There we go. Below us, SU-24s.
Contact bearing 171 for 35. 2, contact bearing 170 for 35.
Out burner. Box 2, taking a chance.
170 for 35.
Flares out. Gone for a head-on
2,
attack.
contact bearing 169
Flash.
for 40.
That's one down.
15,000 cold.
Right, the angle's too great now. He's not going to be able to get an attack on me.
Overlord 1-1. Merged.
I can get an attack on him.
Enfield 1-1. Overlord 1-1. Bra 166. 412 at 17,000. Flanking. Enfield 1-1. Overlord 1-1. Bra 344.
That burner.
41 at 21,000.
Lost sight of him. Don't know whether he went down.
4, Tally Bandit, 11 o'clock.
But my guys are coming in this way. Let's stick with them.
414 at 17,000. Flanking.
They're turning to their left.
Overlord 1-1.
Let's stick together.
177 417 at 17,000. Flanking. Enfield 1-1. Overlord 1-1. Bra 20443 at 12,000. Flanking.
Let's be careful of that SAM site. Right, I can't see.
1-1. Overlord 1-1. Bra 178 416 at 17,000.
178 for 16 at 17,000.
Enfield
Behind me.
1-1. Overlord 1-1. Bra 188 418 at 17,000. Hot.
4, Tally Bandit, 2 o'clock. Tally Bandit, 10 o'clock.
Tally. Right, I've got to be careful. I can get head-on attacks on us as well.
Enfield 1-1. Overlord 1-1. Bra
Back burner.
30242 at 23,000. Flanking.
Box 2.
Enfield 1-1. Overlord 1-1. Merged.
Guns.
Enfield 1-1. Overlord 1-1. Merged.
Dangerously slow. Mistake on my part, but I'm committed
Enfield
now.
1-1. Overlord 1-1. Merged.
I'll pull over the top. I'm lucky to survive this. Right, let's get my nose down.
Enfield 1-1. Overlord 1-1. Merged.
Tally Bandit, 1 o'clock.
Right, okay, hasn't worked out too badly yet. It's a couple of safety flares.
19345. 2, contact bearing 189.
Taking a chance, putting my burner in. Well, I think that's Splash. behind me.
Enfield 1-1.
Safety flares, like we've got guys up here.
Bra,
Burner in.
12845 at 7,000 cold.
4, contact bearing, 3317.
Right, let's get my guys to cover me.
Flight, cover me.
3, roger.
Enfield 1-1, Overlord 1-1, Bra 04043.
2, contact 3, engaging air defenses. 2, engaging air defenses. 4, engaging bandits.
At least we're harassing them so they're not attacking our ground targets. He breaks out. Back in. The safety flares.
Enfield 1-1, Overlord 1-1, Bra
4, Fox 2. 4, engaging air defenses. 4, blood spike, 12 o'clock. 4, blood spike, 12 o'clock.
Flash. Safety flares out.
4, blood spike, 1 o'clock.
Hit my fuel. Quite a lot. Right, what's my speed like? 400 knots. Don't need to be in burner. Right, let's keep our eyes open. What we got? What we got? It's one of my F5s, 2 F5s over there. 2 F5s. Right, let's check our SA. Right, the air defences are behind me.
4,
F5s.
blood spike, 2 o'clock.
Any targets? Can't see anything.
4, blood spike, 2 o'clock.
Tally. Issue 24.
Enfield 1-1, Overlord
Switching to
1-1.
guns.
Blood spike, 2 o'clock. 2,
I can't see his aspect.
Cold.
blood spike, 2 o'clock.
Be careful not to get dragged over their lines. They're a bit hungry for another kill. Burners in.
4, SAM launch, 2 o'clock.
SAM launch 2 o'clock.
4, engage defensive. 4, SAM launch,
Let's
10
hope they're
o'clock.
shooting at someone else. Oh, okay.
4,
I'm putting
engage
chaff and
defensive.
flare out. I'm out of burner.
4, engage defensive. 4, SAM launch,
I want this
9
guy.
o'clock. 4, SAM launch, 9 o'clock.
Burner in.
4, engage defensive. 2, rejoin. 4,
Field 1-1, Overlord 1-1, Bra 17441 at
2, blood spike, 12 o'clock, engaging bandit. 2, SAM launch, 12 o'clock.
You're not making it home, guy. So that for nothing.
Auxiliary, engage defensive. 6, 4, 2, 1. 2, SAM launch, 10 o'clock.
Don't get too fast.
2,
Lost
SAM
that
launch,
out.
10 o'clock.
Okay, he is. He breaks out.
2, SAM launch, 3 o'clock. 2, SAM launch, 3 o'clock. 2, engage defensive. 2, SAM launch, 2 o'clock. 2, rejoin. 2, SAM launch, 12 o'clock. 2,
Right, to help me round.
2, SAM launch, 9 o'clock. 2, engage defensive.
Come
2,
on.
SAM launch, 10 o'clock. 2, engage defensive. Rejoin.
Adios, amigo.
2, SAM launch, 3 o'clock.
Lots of SAMs. Oh, I'm heading for the deck.
Enfield 1-1, Overlord 1-1, Bra 11540 at 9,000 flanking.
Can't see anyone else. My guy's over there. Where the SAMs are. Don't think they're on me anyway. Nope. behind me. I'm heading the general direction of away, which is good. Let's check my fuel state. Right, I need to pay attention to that. Keep my nose trimmed down. Right, let's get a bogey dope.
Overlord 1-1. In field 1-1. Request bogey dope.
Fuel flow is good.
Enfield 1-1. Overlord 1-1. Clean.
Clean. Excellent. Flight. Go to RTB.
Flight. RTB.
Right, from here we will take, checking Manibal, 272. 272. 272. Let's look at this way. There or thereabouts. That's good. Okay. Quite a realistic, pretty successful mission. Not sure how many kills I got. 2 or 3 maybe. Enjoyed that. A little bit of a lost comms issue at the beginning. Just need to help the sim along a little bit by hitting the waypoints, but it's fine. You know, it's a nice immersive environment. I'm enjoying it. Right, so let's not get too relaxed. There's our Hawk site and our E2 off to our 1 o'clock, and of course we can just talk to Krimsk and let them know we're inbound.
Field 1-1. Inbound.
Enfield 1-1. Krimsk, fly heading 325, Fort 19. QFE 29.87. Runway 04 to pattern altitude.
325 for 1904 Enfield 11. Okie dokie. I'm gonna just drop down through the clouds here. Bottled off, so I don't overspeed. Head in. I know the cloud base is high enough above the ground. Famous last words, obviously. Just pop out. $350 knots, and bring a bit of power in. Our level. Okay, that's fine. Right, good. Right, let's just get a little bit of situational awareness. Right, so this is Novo. We know that Krimsk is a very early mission. I can't remember what the heading was. 085, something like that. And we had all that cloud cover. We call Krimsk again. Sure, let's use the modern technology.
Krimsk, in field 1-1. Request navigation assistance.
Enfield 1-1. Krimsk, ADS, you're heading 327.
Okay, so we've got our lake. There we go, so now we know where we are. Coming in on 04. Let's do a straight in approach today, I think. In which case, let's start bringing my speed down a little bit, getting my angle of attack in the correct position. Bringing our altitude down. .260 knots, gear down.
Cleared for visual. Contact tower.
Krimsk, in field. 1-1. Request landing.
Okay, so our flight path marker on this aircraft is not the gun sight, otherwise you will end up going short of the runway. It is more like the nose of the aircraft. Always I can't like to come in about 10 knots too fast. Help me with the flare.
Field 1-1. Krimsk, check landing gear. Wind 090 at 3 meters per second. Runway 04.
All copied. Infield 1-1. Slightly off centre line. 160 knots. Crosswind. Shoot out. Nose wheel steering engaged. Be gentle with it. It's very sensitive.
Contact bearing 133.120. 3. Contact bearing 133.120. Enfield 1-1. Taxi to parking area.
Taxi to parking area, Enfield 1-1.
120.
Right. Speed brakes are in. Flaps are on full. Doors are open. Okay, I'm just going to stop as per protocol and drop our chute off for our helpers, then move on. Right guys, you know the score by now. I shall see you in the parking area. Right guys, here we are at the parking area. Let's see what we can do today. Marks out of 10, I'm aiming for a 7 out of 10 today for my parking. I'll take a bit of an easier route in over here so I don't make life difficult for myself. Give myself as much space as possible. You can shoot as many planes down as you like, but if your parking's not right, you're not worth anything. Well, that was better. I'll give myself a 6.
Overlord 1-1. 1.
myself a 6 for that one.
135 for 120.
Right, well hopefully our
at
guys are going to be
4,000
coming back in
flanking.
shortly. I'm pretty happy with that mission. Yeah, good. Right guys, I'll see you in debrief. Hi guys, welcome to the debrief. Okay, so we took off on 04. We headed down on our headings, and then what I should have intercepted was Bullseye. I had a slight problem with my flaps, as you know, which sent me a bit further off the end of the lake than I anticipated. So it doesn't matter. Treat it as a real world mission. So we came past here. We did get some guidance from Overlord, which told us to intercept, not quite at this point. Well, as you can see there, I do actually fly right over the Bullseye, so that wasn't too bad. And it tells us to intercept, so we fly off over here. I then tell my guys to mission and RTB, so they all disappear off over there, which was a error. Anyway, so I head off, realise that it hasn't quite triggered the activations that need to happen to make the game work, to make this particular mission work. So I come back. My guys have rejoined, and then things start to get interesting. So we've got the Su-24s coming in. The main thing is just stay cool, keep good situational awareness, trigger the mission. Now what we should have done, I mean this turns out to be quite a good mission, but what we should have done is shot these guys before they got a chance to launch their weapons at our ground targets. But of course, I'm a fighter pilot, so all I want is kills. So that's the harsh reality. So we come in, we do get these guys to turn away, probably. They do turn away for whatever reason, which is good. These couple come in here. One of them drops its weapons off. Bang, I'll take him out. That's one down. So we have got these guys to turn away. Now I asked my guys to cover me. I don't think that was the right thing to do, although I did survive, so if I hadn't asked them to cover me, maybe I wouldn't have done. But I don't believe that they attacked the bombers, which I probably should have just said engage bandits. But, you know, this is, you know, an opportunity for me to make the mistakes and you guys to have a more successful mission than me. So let's crack on. So what happens here? So we've got a load more coming in, and these guys do a lot of damage to our ground forces. They drop their weapons off here, as you can see. I fire another aim 9. My guys aren't firing aim 9s as far as I can tell. So it's really, you know, I haven't managed this mission very well. But it's a good learning curve for all of us. So that misses. I then turn in on this guy. I'm in and out of burner. Don't forget, these guys have got RB60s, so they will kill you with them. So if you're in burner, you're extremely vulnerable to those missiles. Bang, he's gone. So that's good. I think that was my... it was a guns kill. Let's just have a little look at that. It was, wasn't it? So let's just have another little look. What exactly happened there? Yeah. I can slow the flipping thing down. Right, let's try again. Right, so let's look what happens here. I miss. Miss. I've got my speed brakes out because I don't want to overspeed. I'm out of burner. I really don't want to overspeed. You can see I'm matching his speed quite well. Oh, that's right. I wonder how he disappeared. He got taken out by someone else. Right, okay. That's fine, because I only got credited for 3 kills and I thought I'd got 4, which I would have flipping done if that hadn't come and taken it out. But there we go. Oh hum. Right, that explains that. Okay, so we move forward. Now we've got our Su-24s turning to go home. They all don't make it home. I intercept that guy. Come in. Now I think this is a guy where I actually did quite well with my gunnery. Yeah, one burst. Just closing on him slightly. 2 bursts hit. All 3 bursts hit. Was really happy with that. Definitely want to get the kill. We're still putting flares out. He's dead. So I was well happy with that. Why I couldn't do that for the next kill? I think it was the next one where I kept missing. I don't know. But there we go. Let's see what happens now. So my guys aren't... Oh, there's someone's fired an aim 9 now. So you might want to try and engage bandits. I don't know. Anyway, I got a successful mission, but our ground forces really took a pounding. We fly around for a bit. Sure, I'll get another kill. Yeah, this guy here. So let's slow it down. See what happens here. So we're both co-out. I've got much more energy. He's putting flares out. I evade because I want to turn into him. Put some flares out, turn. Just to offset. We go head to head and reverse my turn. He's stuffed now. There's no way he's going to get away from me. Got slightly more energy. Just putting flares out there because that would have been quite a good offset for a missile kill. We're close there. I'm a lot higher. I'm just using my speed brakes. Just trying to get in a fine position to take him out. No great rush. But I think I go into burner now. Speed brakes will be in. Yeah, I think my speed's increasing even though I'm going uphill, so I've got my burner in. Taking a bit of a chance, making me vulnerable if there were any other guys around, but there we go. I start leading him and just keeping my nose slightly lower to get some energy up for the turn. We can see he's turning now, we can see where he's going to go. Just falls behind him. Slightly less energy. He's heading downhill. I want to get on his 6. I don't want to cut the corner off too much, which I could have done. Get some good hits there. Got my speed brakes out. Missed. I've got more energy than him now. Starting to catch. I start to be patient now because I'm realising I might run out of ammunition and I would be really, really cheesed off if that happened. That's it, and we come up underneath him because I've got too much speed by this stage. But we keep our eye on him. Lose sight, lose the fight, as they say. Roll over the top. I think this is a very close pass, this one, if I remember correctly. Speed things up a little bit. Miss him there. He's literally fighting for his life. We roll over the top just to so I don't overshoot. Keeping my Mark 1 eyeball on him. Make a bit of a meal of this, to be honest. Terrible shooting there. There we go. One extreme to the other. Then I'll take my time and that's it. Then I'll just finish him off with those. But, you know, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. So I thought I'd got 4 kills, but I only got 3 because that, whatever it was, one of our surface-to-air missiles, I think, killed the other guy that I was in the process of finishing off. But, you know, that's the way it goes. So that's basically it. So lessons from that for me are I try and get the bombers as they're coming in. They're coming in over here. I did try and do that. I got vectored out and I thought, well, yeah, I'll meet them early on and take them out, but it didn't trigger the second round of actions that the sim was going to perform. So I had to come back. And then I was too far away to do what I wanted to do. Doesn't matter. It was good fun. I definitely shouldn't have sent my guys mission and RTB. Cover me might have saved me life, but I probably should have asked them, or definitely should have asked them to engage bandits and then cover me later if I was in trouble. But we live and learn. We live and learn, guys. All right. Please like and subscribe. It's really going to help me out. Really is going to help me out. I'm going to finish reviewing this campaign and then I'm going to move on to probably a World War II campaign. I really could do with your help. Like and subscribe. It'll mean the world to me. Cheers, guys. Winkle out.